Hello, my dear friends of Solar Village. Today we will present you how to construct the whole solar village, which will be in your country. So we will start with the basic elements, which must be done before 80 by 80 by 80 centimeter of cubus is made. So we have prepared some stages to show you how each stage must be done. So if we begin with the styrofoam blocks, it's 50 by 100 by 10 centimeters. This is the basic block, which must be first glued together. We use polyurethane foam. It can be a different color. But it must be for polystyrene. So be careful that you will have this in polystyrene. Otherwise, it will damage your blocks. So this is the building block, 50 by 100 centimeters, 10 centimeters thick. The other is 30 centimeters, and if you cut it on this side, please don't glue this side, because it can be that it's not perpendicular. So use the surface which is originally cut in the factory. So we will show you how. Don't put it too much. This centimeter by centimeter is enough, but it must be not only parallel, but it must be connected. If you have some let's say air pockets, it must be fixed air pockets. How we will put these parts together? Use the surface which is originally cut in the factory. Don't use this which you have done, because it's not good. So you just put this foam centimeter by centimeter on this. Close the pockets, so everything must be closed, that air will not go out from cubus. This is very, very important to have it closed. And then this is originally cut, and then you put this together slowly, and then put a little back and forth to lower the glue, and be careful. This surface must be even. So if it's even, then you just fix this with a nail, just to be fixed for let's say drying purposes. Yeah, so it's fixed. The distance must be, let's say, maximum 2 millimeters, and if it's 2 millimeters, you have done this perfectly. When you put this together, it can be that it will not be even. So these 3 millimeters must be corrected to 0, 0, and then just put one nail for this to stabilize this joint. If the thickness of the glue is more than 2 millimeters, just press with let's say 5 kilograms on vertical to make this glue thinner. Then fix it with the nails to have fixed blocks. And this is the phase 1, which is now finished. This must be let's say dry itself overnight, so next day such parts are ready for next phase. It's prepared. 2 to 3 millimeters around must be air distance. The glue will have ability to expand. So try if it's good. This is one is good, and now we will show you how to do this. You have to glue this part around as we did, and this inner part also, because this is very important part, which must be really very tight together. So you will make additional 2 stripes around, as we showed you on a basic element. So glue must be here, and glue must be around here. And now I will show you how do you know that the glue is put together very well. So when you put this polyurethane foam together and you press, you just get such let's say parts, smaller or bigger, when the glue is put out of the joint, and this is the proof that it's very well glued. So the hardness of the kubus will be very good. Also, you can see excessive glue also inside. You don't have to cut it, just cut it on the outside, and we are ready to make additional face. So you have, when you put these parts together, the glue goes out, and it is the proof that it's very well glued together. So this excessive glue is proof that your joint has been very well done. In this case, when you see that it's no glue, this is not very good quality, because the air can go through this small part, can go in and out, and results of the measuring will not be good. So you must fill additionally with the foam this 30 millimeters gap, which must be filled with this polystyrene foam. So be careful. Everything must be really tight, airtight. How we begin to glue this together? So we have 2 vertical elements. Put the glue on this part and also in this part. Press with a 7 to 10 kilograms, 20 seconds. And we are now, everything is very soft now, but we are now able to put the last part on it. So we will show you how to put the glue and how to put the last part of kubus on as a roof on this kubus. I will present you the piston for the glue, which is very nice to have, or better say, if you don't have it, you won't be able to put the glue in the quantities you want. We have said that glue must be 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter of this thickness. The speed must be constant. A distance between glue and this clean part must be 1 centimeter. Put it more vertical, because you will have more control. If it's too much glue, no problem. Don't bother about this. Put more glue. It's much better than not have enough glue. Excessive glue will go out of the joint, so no problem, don't bother. When the glue is ready, just press slowly, first with 5 kilograms. Take care that it will be, this surface is even, yeah, and this surface must be even. You see that no glue came out, so put a little bit more glue, that it will come out like this we have seen here. So just press with the 10 kilograms, yeah, vertical, of course, otherwise you can lose stability. So press with the 10 kilograms for 20 seconds. Then make this even and fix this surface with the ordinary nails. you can feel with the finger if you are good enough or not. This is Kubus now, which is fixed. If it's perpendicular, you just how you determine if it's perpendicular or not. Make measurement of diagonal. This is 111 and a half, and this is 112 and a half. So this diagonal is longer. We have to put it a little bit closer, so in this direction, to shorten this diagonal, which is 1 centimeter longer. So it's not perpendicular, and we will skip this a little. So it must be 112.0. Yes. We now have, next day when it's right, everything is right, we have now fixed Kubus. Yeah. And we have to close this part and the back part. I recommend you to extra measure this distance and put it less 5 millimeters on this distance. If it's 59.5, put 59.0. That glue will have place to expand. So measure this and this, cut it. If it's needed, make a joint, and then you have prepared such a part which is to be inserted. Try how it's fixed. If it's too tight, it must have 5 millimeters of the air on each side. So this is a little bit tight, but anyway, we will make it, and we have prepared these nails for fixation. So the next phase is to glue this around and put this in. Now we will show you how to put the glue around and how to put glue around this inner part, so you will be able to see how must be done. To make it easier, put it around and now horizontal. It's very important that the glue, the surfaces which must be glued are dust free. These nails are help to you because you cannot touch anywhere, help to you to have ability to put this glue together. This glue rolls a little bit, rolls. You just have to fix it, yeah. Then if there are air pockets, these air pockets must be filled with additional glue. Yeah, you will see this now. So this is now polycarbonate glass with X structure, and this structure must be closed for humidity to go out. This is a special belt which allows humidity to go out, and we just put it on. It must be on each side. So just center this on the center, and then go close it with your fingers slowly. Yeah. So. And this is closed just like that. No complications. So evaporation can go out but will not go inside. So the glass is now ready. So these are horizontal lines, and this Cortex material is made here. So this part is made to fill the gap. Now we have glass, which is in this case 40 by 40 centimeters, and then you just put it on the middle to have the same distances are the same, and then just mark the outside part of the glass. 1.5 centimeter to the inside of those those outside border must also be signed. The best is to have such a thick Flowmaster to cut it. Now this area must be cut out. You have two possibilities. Whether you take this Olfa knife with a thickness of 25 millimeters blade, which is quite long, or you have such knife for polystyrene, which is made for polystyrene cutting. I prefer this sharp knife. Take a new blade because it must be very, very sharp, and then you just start to first 3 centimeters, then additional 3, yeah, and then to the maximum. Yeah. On the end, we tried to cut like this, yeah, 3 times, and on the end, put to the vertical, yeah, and then cut it. The last centimeter of polystyrene must be cut here, you know, see? If you see somewhere, don't bother, it's polystyrene and it's not a problem. So, yeah, and this is window. For the thickness of the glass, but this is polycarbonate, okay, we have to cut additional. Take a sharp blade and now go only 20 millimeters in depth to cut this polystyrene. Only 20 millimeters in depth because this thickness is 18 millimeters or 15. So, but this is not the end. We have to cut now. We have to cut now also the inside. Let's say 2 centimeters must be. So you see how it's falling. Better to cut 25 than 15 because it must be even in outside. We have additional idea how to cut this. That you make such a wooden part which is the same thickness as the glass or 2-3 millimeters more, and then you fix it such that it's even on the outside, and you are able to cut. Then with the help of this device you are able to cut this like this. You have to fix it, of course, with nails. You have to be careful for these corners. So. Okay, this is a little bit too high, so I have to put a little cutting, additional cutting, 2 to 3 millimeters. On these surfaces, where is the black belt, we have to make additional space for evaporation to go out. So, 45 degrees. This is the place where this humidity will go out. So on the other side we have to cut the same. 45 degrees, 3 centimeters. Where is black belt? This is the area where it won't be glued. Glue must go only on this part which is not for air movement. When you will fix the glass, you have to put let's say a weight of 5 kilograms on, but first check if this area is even. Don't press it too much. If it's lower, then don't press it here. This air must not be filled. This air black pelts. Yeah. So just put like this. Let it fall, and just make it even. And this area will be covered with the cement glue, so air will not go out the wind. But this comes later, and this area must not be filled extra. Just let it for air to go to the inside this humidity, and leave it as it is for, let's say, to the next day. We have now, let's say, such a cubus with a glass, or on the back side without glass, and we just inspect how it is made. If you see the air pockets, just fill it with the styrofoam to disable the ability for air to go out. And the next part is reinforcement. Reinforcement of the edges is one important thing, because we reinforce whole structure to be stronger. Yeah? If you will move this solar village to another place, then this reinforcement will have a significant role, because it will be much harder for transportation and other transportation purposes. Also for fixing this to the soil is one important, because you can put a little bit more downforce for air purposes, for the wind, etc. So the next step is now reinforcement of these edges. This is classical facade element, which must be cutted with 45 degrees. 45 degrees must be cut on both sides. We have 4 the same elements. We recommend you to cut it with the saw. With the saw for iron, it's most suitable. Or if you have a carpenter saw, but this is much more difficult. You can cut little by little this cut knife, and you just break it here. It is important that the length of this element is ½ centimeter, so 5 millimeters shorter than this distance, because in this area the 3 elements will be put together, and every one must be a little bit shorter, otherwise you will not manage this. Okay, this carpenter saw is also one possibility, but I don't recommend this because it is very, very dangerous. So better to forget, better to use knife or saw, hand saw for the steel. Of the structure. So you just cut one. This is the net for facade. For stereo facade is very cheap. 1 square meters is about €1.50. So don't let you cheat by the merchants for you. So you just cut 5 centimeters less, because we have reinforcement parts which are then put just like this to the area. So these elements cut with 45 degrees. This must not be 45, it can be, you can leave it, but this plastic must be cut on 45 degrees. Should be put like this. Area, before you make it, area must be dust free. So with compressor press it, because you can have a dust, and if you have dust, the glue does not have a function. Yeah? So put these edge elements on. and fix it with nails. When this distance is okay, yeah, fix it with a simple nail, just like that. Press it, first press it, and then fix it. Yeah? So it's fixed here and it's fixed here. If you have a very not fixed area, you can put additional fixing into the corners. So it fixes here, it fixes here, and this is very important nail, even more than this one. So you press it with the both hands to this and this direction, and then fix it in this element. So we are joining two parts together. You see how movable it is? So press it here and fix it here. Both with one nail, both sides are fixed. And then for security reasons, put additional fixing also here on the so the next phase is connected with the gluing of these elements we have made the fixation. Yeah. So we have seen that everything is okay. Now the glue on cement base is now ready, and it's now we will now applicate this. On the end we will fix with the nails again. First you have to fix the corners. The first layer must be very thin because the second layer is coming. If you will have such some small parts which stand out, you just from the textile or reinforcement just cut it. The thickness is about 3 millimeters. So these are shading elements. For simplification of the work, we have made the size of the inside shading device and outside shading device the same. So the sizes are the same. We will now prepare the surface because it's made from thin steel plates. Anti-corrosion must be applied. So where it was cut, here will start corrosion. So we will make now anti-corrosion protection for these purposes. You have probably foil on. You can put it out or not, but what is important is that we will make this together, yeah, and then we will spray only this part of the put first one layer, then let it dry for let's say half an hour or an hour, and then apply another layer of the primary layer, which is anti-corrosion. So this is first layer. Leave it for half an hour and then apply the next level of ground color. Third layer is a final layer which is the color layer. Color is the same as this one. We will maybe prepare these devices for you in advance, so paint it by yourself. Now when this is finished, this first layer, it must be dried. Let it dry for 1 day and then turn it around, and then you will make additional vertical and on the other side of device. Then let it dry for another day. After the first layer, we see some parts where material is missing, but don't bother. We have a secondary layer which will make such as these holes, which will the second layer will cover these imperfections. Glass fixing. Then you have to cover with the belt to prevent dirty things when a cement layer as this one will be applied. So we cover this, cover with this cover tape. This glass is now prepared for the fixation with cement glue. So reinforcement belt, as we have seen, such it must be of course cut here. This is the border of cement layer, yeah, on every part, and then cement layer will be from here to here. Yeah. Remove this belt after half an hour when this cement glue is dried a little, because it's movable. When it will be hard, it's not movable anymore. So, but you can try and you will see. Now fixation of the outside and inside shading is next step. We have to apply this with the silicone glue, which is suitable for steel, and that means that it's acid free. Yeah? How to make it? We have to remove this PVC layer or covering, and then this also, and then apply on this and this side. You have to apply the silicone. Yeah. Here, these areas where we will turn this must be clean and dust free, and also for silicone it must be zero humidity. So it must be dry, yeah. So because this is movable, yeah, we will put some distance of 1 centimeter device here, whether it's from plastic or something, to prevent this, yeah. So put a piece of wood or a piece of plastic to this to prevent this movement. Please don't put your phone here, but this is for demonstration purpose only. So we will have fixed, yeah, such distance of 1 centimeter. This would be great. Glue it with silicone on both sides. Must not be thick. Let's say 1 millimeter of thickness is enough, and then put it on a clean glass surface. Fix it. Yeah, so you put this on glass surface, and this center this to the center. Yeah, so this distance and this distance, this and this is in equilibrium. Let it dry for a few hours to dry it, and you will have outside shading. But for inside shading, it is a little bit more complicated. When we will give this glass in, prior to this, we have to put this shading on inside. Yeah. So made it the same as we did. Put the silicone here, put the distance part here, and fix it so you will have this shading in the middle. Yeah, this and this. So this is inside, this is outside, and when this will be fixed, yeah, just take this. I have glass now, but you will have a polycarbonate. Yeah, take the polycarbonate with fixed shading, position here, cover from inside, and then put the glass to the fixed position, final position. It's easy because inside and outside shading are 2 centimeters shorter on each direction than the glass itself. So from inside you can easily move and make a fixation with the already, this shading is already done. So probably we will prepare all the shading prior to before we will send this whole package to you.